Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back to No Offense, All Offense. We have a lot to talk about today, a lot of laughs to have. So grab a beverage, smash that like. Hopefully, you're wearing something comfy, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. 'Cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer here for another episode of No Offense, All Offense, the show where we take a comedic look. We roast, recap, and react to pop culture news, our favorite reality shows, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. Happy Wednesday. If this is your first time joining us, easy for me to say, just remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion as me. You're welcome to sound off in the live chat, and we can just agree to disagree on these crazy things we talk about.
That's my opinion!
Just my opinion. Now, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only. Today, we're doing an early No Offense, All Offense because we're going to celebrate Nana's birthday here in a little over an hour. So right after this, we'll be having a birthday stream for Nana, aka my mom, who's turning 70 today. So we are going to celebrate her, the reason for the season. Hello, Lucinda, and everyone in the live chat. I see you. Police sound off. Ginger in Wisconsin. Hello, my fellow Midwesterner. Love my Wisconsin peeps. Go Badgers and all that kind of stuff. But you guys, we got some stuff to talk about. But first, make sure you smash that like. It lets everybody know that we are here. We are having fun. And it invites other people over to the live chat. If you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, you're always welcome to join our membership or our Patreon. You can get exclusive content through those. We do Monday lives. We either do every Monday or every other Monday, but we have a lot of fun. We've been having Steven from Couch Potato Queens has been joining us on Mondays. And it's just a place where we can let our hair down and relax. Or you can consider sending a super chat while we're live. You guys okay? I'll highlight your comment. I got the dogs in here and I thought I heard somebody have a toot, but it might have been a juicy tootsie. Okay. You can send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comment. We can talk about it. Or you can send a super thanks after the video post. Thank you to those of you who have sent a super thanks. All right, let's get right into it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Happy birthday, Nana. We're excited. I mean, Nana is just the best. So did everyone watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last night? I did a live watch party and it was very, very fun. And I'm going to give some additional thoughts on the Housewives of Beverly Hills. The premiere episode, we are in season 14. I wanted to share some screenshots here, but my computer's like, I don't think so. We're not going to allow you to do that. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. All right. Let's let me try to get this one here. There was a Sabrina Carpenter story that if you guys are down with the Sabrina Carpenter, pop singer extraordinaire. So Sabrina Carpenter, a song of hers, she did the video in a Catholic church. And this song, I thought this was ridiculous. So she filmed a video for her song. Let me share the article by NPR. It's just, oops, it's crazy. It's crazy. So Sabrina Carpenter's song led to a priest demotion for mishandling church funds. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I didn't hear the church funds part. I just heard a priest demotion from Sabrina Carpenter filming her video there. Okay, so the New York City priest who was disciplined last year for letting pop star Sabrina Carpenter film a racy music video, you guys like, racy, inside his church is now being accused of mishandling nearly $2 million in parish funds. Well, that I would say that might be a problem. But just her filming in the Catholic church, the first article I read was like, Sabrina Carpenter video, priest gets, fired or demoted or whatever, after allowing Sabrina Carpenter to film this music video in the church. And I thought, wow, they are taking a hard stance on this music video being filmed. If only they took that hard of a stance on protecting children within the Catholic Church. That would be pretty amazing. Now, having been raised Catholic myself, I know all too well all of its flaws and faults. So I was like, whoa, I've never seen them react that quickly. I mean, Sinead O'Connor warned us years and years ago, and we were like, shut up, bald woman. We love them. And then years after her passing, RIP Sinead O'Connor, and years after she told us this, all these documentaries are coming out about what really went down and how the Catholic Church protected a lot of child predators. So, but this story in particular, apparently now he's mishandling $2 million in parish funds. Church officials announced this week that Monsignor Jamie Gigantillo, I don't know, it's Italian, has been stripped of more of his duties after an investigation uncovered a pattern of serious violations of, the archdiocese is like, including making unauthorized financial transfers to a former aide in Mayor Eric Adams' administration. Which is now under federal corruption probe. See, this is why you can't let a pop star in, because then they're going to probe you. They're going to start digging. And that's obviously not good for this thing. So this priest has been relieved of any pastoral or oversight or governance role at the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin Mary Church in Williamsburg. Bishop Robert Brennan said in the statement issued by the Roman Catholic Diocese of Brooklyn and shared with NPR. Brennan and this priest had mishandled, or Brennan said, I should say, this priest mishandled substantial church funds and interfered with the administration of the parish after being directed not to do so. NPR reached out to the priest and he was like, no comments. In the name of the Father and the Son and the I have the right to shut my mouth. I have no comments. Okay. Amen. Brennan said he also relieved Deacon Dean Dobbins. Ooh, look at that. The DDD. Deacon Dean Dobbins, who had served as the parish's temporary administrator during the investigation. So what happened? Do you think that did he pocket the Sabrina Carpenter music video money? So he served as the parish's temporary administrator during the investigation, citing his use of racist, oh my goodness, and other offensive language during private conversations held in the church office. Ugh. Those conversations were apparently recorded by Monsignor Priesty Poo with Sabrina Carpenter at his direction without the deacon's consent. It was wrong to secretly record Deacon Dobbins, but the use of such language by any church employee is unacceptable and will not be tolerated, he added. Brennan said he has appointed a new administrator in order to safeguard the public trust and protect church funds. You got to protect that Catholic money, okay? So the allegations, what triggered the investigation, which is what I was most interested in, the misappropriation of church funds or whatever. I mean, go and look into that. But I'm here for the Sabrina Carpenter of it all. And so here's what triggered the investigation. Like a lot of lore, they said, it all started on Halloween, October 31st, 2023. Carpenter released the music video for her song Feather, which takes place partially in a Brooklyn church. To the tune of the upbeat song, it shows a series of incidents in which she either kills or witnesses the deaths of several men who behave badly toward her. Carpenter drives a pink hearse. Oh, I like that. To the church, and once inside, dances. Is this the one she does with her boyfriend? The guy from Saltburn? Maybe not. So she's got a pink hearse, which I like. She drives that to the church. Once inside, she dances wearing a short black tutu and a veil. That sounds pretty holy. Around the altar in front of several pastel-colored coffins. Why aren't we doing pastel coffins? And why aren't we doing pink hearses? Why aren't we making it a little brighter? You know, sending our loved ones off to their next journey with some color. It's also, dreary, The video certainly has its fans. It's been viewed over 100 million times, you guys, on YouTube. But it also ruffled some feathers. NPR says, no pun intended. No pun. Okay. Get it, NPR, with your jokes. I'm Michelle Norris. That's everyone on NPR sounds like this. Hi, welcome to NPR. I'm Michelle Norris. Everyone is very calm, very calming. I would not make it on NPR. Brennan, the Brooklyn bishop, told the Catholic news agency at the time that he was appalled at what had been filmed at the church. Appalled. Listen, Brennan, bigger crimes have happened at your church. Worry about that. Not a Sabrina Carpenter music videos with bright colored hearses and tutus. The parish did not follow the policy regarding the filming on church property, which includes a review of the scenes and the script. So they do allow filming and music videos, like Madonna's Like a Prayer. No, I don't think they would approve that these days. But they have to see the script first, okay? Days later, this priest, who has served as the church pastor for nearly a decade, published a letter to parishioners apologizing. If I was a part of the church, I'd be like, do not apologize, Father. Thank you. This is the best thing that's happened in the church in a while, okay? But they sent a letter apologizing for his role in the shameful representation, which I wholeheartedly renounce. No, you just let the voice of Bart Simpson's niece do a music video there. It doesn't seem like that. In it, he said the parish had been approached by a local film crew scouting locations for what was presented as a production featuring Sabrina Carpenter, and that he agreed to the filming after a general search of the artists involved. So he did I think he was a fan. I'm going to say Father Giotino Tello, whatever his name is, was a fan. So he did a general search. I wonder what that entails. Google Sabrina Carpenter, blonde hair, blue eyes. Good. Like it. Okay. And did not reveal anything questionable. That's what the priest said. He said he was not present during the shoot. He was busy. The parish staff and I were not aware that anything provocative was occurring in the church, nor were we aware that faux coffins, the horror, faux coffins, oh my gosh, they should have used real ones, and other funeral items would be placed in the sanctuary. The priest wrote, most of the video was supposed to be filmed outside near the church, which it was. Carpenter, for her part, said at the time that her team had gotten approval in advance and quipped, Jesus was a carpenter. I mean, she's not wrong. Okay. Also, Jesus was real chill. He was real cool, real progressive. He probably would have been like dancing, So Jesus, people always want to put stuff in Jesus's mouth, and Jesus was just, and Jesus would say this. But if you actually look at what Jesus said and did, he was chill. He was chill. He was a chill dude. She wore a shirt with that phrase on it, Jesus was a carpenter, during her Coachella performance earlier this year. As a result of the incident, Brennan removed the priest as the diocese, he removed him from the diocese, from their development, fundraising position he had held for years. Okay, so I think this is the priest. He looks like he listens to Sabrina Carpenter. I'm going to be honest. He does. A fundraising position he had held for years, and relieved him of all administrative and financial oversight. I'd be like, thank God, numbers are boring. Put me in charge of which music videos get to film inside the church. Brennan also initiated what he called a broader administrative review of compliance, which is always going to get you in trouble. Anytime you screw up at work and they're like, we're going to look a little further into your emails, you're like, damn it, there goes my job. Just start packing stuff up. No, don't even look. You're not going to find good stuff. I'm sorry. I've had a good time. Okay, do I get severance? Just grab it all. I'm going to take my rock with me. It's over. It's over. Once they start digging in, you're going to see how much work I'm not doing. Okay, so don't even look. I'm doing personal shit. All right. Chill. Jesus is not going to hate on a pink coffin. People ruin Jesus. They really do. He was so chill. So then once they looked into his stuff, that's when they were like, oh, looks like you've been, misappropriating church funds to the tune of $2 million to bank accounts and 2 companies. Okay. And to someone who's a close advisor of Mayor Eric Adams, who served as the first chief of staff in 2022. Uh-oh. Well, he tried. You know what I mean? He's trying to like get the kids back to church. I mean, I think a good way would be to, with some Sabrina Carpenter. But they always have to do on the fun stuff. So when I first saw that news story, it was just that he had been let go or whatever, demoted due to his letting her film the music video there. And I thought, God, that's the quickest the Catholic Church has ever, held a priest accountable for something. And they've done far worse. And now hearing he might have been taking some money too. Allegedly, right? Catholics, stop killing the fun. I'm telling you, the Lutherans, I don't know if you guys know a lot about the Lutherans, but they're way more fun. No offense to the Catholics, no offense, all offense. I was one of you. I got all my sacraments and stuff. Just haven't died yet, allegedly. But the Lutherans, they got carpets, they got guitars. Their pastors can marry, have relations. It's real chill, real chill. Izzy B 222 said the priests in the parish where I lived would get so drunk during Mardi Gras church fairs he couldn't stand up. Shout out to Father John. No, I don't know if that was his name. One of the priests at my church growing up was Father John. Then we had a brother Polly, Father Aloys. So, yeah, Silly Goose says I grew up Catholic too. So real bummer. But shout out to Sabrina Carpenter, who is not a bummer. She is definitely not a bummer. Okay. Let's see what else we got here since my phone is not letting me share stuff. I want to give a shout out to my new favorite person, and that is Cigarette Smoking Dorit. Cigarette Smoking Dorit is my new favorite character in the Housewives verse. Okay. She premiered last night on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We had Cigarette Smoking Dorit Kemsley, the newly separated. And then after the episode aired, did you guys catch Dorit and Lala Kent, formerly of Vanderpump Rules, the player hater herself, was on Watch What Happens Live with her. And I'm like, why is Lala on Watch What Happens Live? She's not on a show coming up, except for Are You Smarter Than an 8-month-old or whatever show she's doing? Are You Smarter Than a Prenatal Baby? One of those shows she's doing, hosted by Travis Kelce. Shout out to Travis Kelce. So I was like, what? What's Lala doing here? But it turns out she was just there to tell everyone how much she loved me.
I heard actually mixed reviews on Joleen.
Oh, Joleen was excellent. What are they saying?
What are they saying? What are they saying? Thank you, Lala. So on the Watch What Happens Live episode, they asked Lala if she is still talking to any of the Vanderpump Rules people. Well, he mostly asked about everyone. He forgot about Sheena. Andy did. Lala told him that she has not talked to Ariana, which we know, since the reunion filmed, which is crazy. And she said, but I support her. I'm for real. I'm proud of her or something. And we're like, if you were proud of her, you'd call her. She's supposed to be your friend. But okay. So she hasn't talked to Ariana at all, but she's happy for her. Okay, cool. Not jealous at all. Nope. And Katie hasn't talked to her either since the reunion. They're like, she's talked to Sheena, obviously. They asked about LVP. She's like, I love LVP though, of course, because you want a job again if they film another Vanderpump Rules. Ooh, I gotta tell you guys something else too. So remind me if I don't. It's about Joe from Vanderpump Rules. So if I don't get back to it, someone write Joe in the chat if I get off on my ADHD. So she doesn't talk to any of them. Does she talk to Sandoval? She says Sandoval has reached out, but now she's like, a little too late, buddy. I'm sorry, what? You spent all last season going to bat for him and having his back and being like, Ariana, you should talk to him. You're ruining our jobs and our life. I have a baby. I have a baby to feed. The finger guns came out. And she says, even though she doesn't talk to Katie and she doesn't talk to Ariana, she does love Schwartz. She goes, I can't help it. I love his finger chewing self. You guys, what did I call before? Lala and Schwartz, if they haven't already, they're going to hook up. Remember a long, long time ago when she first got on the show, she was crushing on Schwartz. She would do after shows with those two ladies that are on Heather McDonald all the time. I forget their names. They were hosting the after show, and she was talking about how cute Schwartz is, and her and Katie didn't get along because remember she would take her bikini top off in front of Schwartz and stuff, and Katie was like, ugh. And Lala's like, what? These are my tits, bitch. Lauren from Utah, ho. Oh. You know, I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that she's still looking for a Schwartz. Also, they asked her about Tom Sandoval announcing that he's going to move in with his girlfriend, the very famous model no one's heard of, Victoria Lee Robinson. Shout out to her. They're moving in together.
Have some remorse, have some sensitivity.
And Lala said, well, I mean, okay, that's great, but he's pretty much lived with every girlfriend he's ever had. So what was the point? What was the reason? What was the reason? I feel like Cardi B. What was the reason for going to bat for him for an entire season if you still hate him like the rest of us?
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So she also said that her and Randall are handling things, co-parenting. Okay. She's like, I'm nice. She was really trying to sell this, like, I know, I'm nice. I'm reformed, Lala. I'm great. I'm so great. The Ravies bitches. That's me, not you guys. She said that, you know, they're putting Ocean first, which is good. She's like, I'm like a really fun ride. It's like a roller coaster. Like sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. Okay. And then I looked at the comments and some people, Lala has positioned herself in such a way that there are people out there who are Team Randall. Someone put a comment on Watch What Happens Live, their social media, and was like, Team Randall. I mean, it's pretty bad when people are going Team Randall. It's not good, Lala, because Randall is garbage. And they still sometimes like him more than they like you. Okay. Now, on a sort of I'll talk about the Joe thing now. So we don't know if Vanderpump Rules is ever coming back again. Amen. We don't know. Some say they're, you know, trying to negotiate things and figure out who's going to come back and who's not going to come back. And we know Ariana is booked and busy. She's got a DSW shoe line, another one that's coming out for the holidays or just came out that they were celebrating her boyfriend, Dan, long hair, pretty guy, nice bod. He just opened a bar, I believe, in New York. They were just celebrating that. Obviously, she was on Broadway. She hosted Love Island. She's going to be headlining the Thanksgiving Day parade as one of the headliners. So, I mean, she's busy, you know, and we don't know what's going to happen. I still think the ending we got for Vanderpump was tragic. It was so, so tragic. So I would like, oh yeah, she also said she talks to Brittany. Her and Brittany are thick. We're thick, bitch. She was like, we're thick. She was wearing like an all-in-one suit. She's like, we're thick. But she hates Jax and she blocked Jax. But she does see him at the kids' school. And Andy's like, what? Your kids go to school together? And Lala's like, yeah, bitch. Okay. Ocean, Summer Moon, Little Cruzy, they all go to school together. Okay, and I see Jax, but I had to block his ass on socials. And Andy was like, oh my God, your kids go to school together? That's crazy. I would like to see that. I would like to see that on a show. And Lala, she perked up more than I've seen her perk up in years. She was like, me too. Me too. Like, she was so like, do it. Like, of course. She was like, yes, put all of our children on TV and make a show about how us parents hate each other in the school pickup line. Did you guys see that on Watch What Happens Live? I was like, damn. And he's like, so I'd like to watch that. She goes, me too. Me too. Like, oh my God, Lala, calm down. So she's probably going to bring that up. Keep talking to Andy to try to get that show going. But back to Vanderpump Rules, up in the air, we don't know. It seems allegedly. Now, this is all me perusing the Vanderpump Rules Reddit, Bravo Reddit. A Redditor, a person on Reddit, said that they were at a Wisconsin bar. Shout out to Wisconsin, a lot of Wisconsin today. And they ran into Joe. Okay, let me see if Joe is back in Wisconsin. If we can get some, if I can get a confirm on this, if I get a confirm that Joe Wenberg, Tom Schwartz stalker, allegedly, was, oh, I forgot what the hell her Instagram was, you guys. I'm looking for her Instagram. I think I'm still following her. Let me see. So she was at a bar and she made herself known because that's what she does, you know. And she went out to smoke a cigarette. Speaking of Dorit and her cigarettes, with maybe she blocked me. I can't see. I'm sorry. I can't see if she's there. But she was talking to someone while they were out, you know, puff, puffing on a Newport. And she was like, I'm on the show, Vanderpump Rules. Of course, she's telling everyone. And this person had never allegedly watched Vanderpump Rules before. They were just giving their account on Reddit. And I'm paraphrasing, but they were like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, yeah, I'm just home here until we start filming again for the new season 12. And they're like, oh, you're going to be on the season? Yeah. So Joe's out there telling people, allegedly, in Wisconsin, at Wisconsin bars, while out in the cold, just smoking on a ciggy, saying, I'm going to be on the new season of Vanderpump. So I don't know how much we can believe of Joe Wenberg, but you know, you can easily go, she's Joe, she's lying. There's no way. However, someone in the comments made a good point. Isn't it rumored that they were possibly in negotiations with Rachel Raquel, even though and it could make sense while she was suing everyone else except for Bravo. And let's not pretend Rachel Raquel doesn't want to go back. And that if they're in negotiations with Rachel Raquel, let's just say, that would mean Joe would have a place, because some people were making good comments as well and good points saying Schwartz isn't with her. He wants nothing to do with her. If anything, he wants a restraining order on her. Katie hates her. The only one that would film with her is probably Lala because she's thirsty. And then someone said, but if Rachel Raquel comes back, Rachel's going to need a friend. And that friend, ladies and gentlemen, would be Joe Wenberg. Now, the only way I would take a Joe and Rachel Raquel coming back season is if they made it their mission to drag the Toms to hell. Then I would be like, yeah, I'm totally on board for this. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, you're welcome.
If they give the Toms the proper burial they've deserved for so many seasons, I would be interested. But I don't know. These are just rumors. Okay, it's just right now. It's just the rumors and the nastiness.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Now, even then, it would be almost impossible to root for any of them. And I'm assuming that would happen if Ariana didn't come back. I'm not sure. But let's see what you guys are saying. Michelle said the Toms need to be dragged. I'm talking dragged to hell. Like, what's beneath hell? Like, what's worse than hell? Because that's where they should be dragged to. Dragged and dragged back and forth. They've gotten so many stellar edits that they didn't deserve. Undeserving great edits. Let's roll the Toms through the dirt while they, you know, rolled right over women, the women they were supposed to be, you know, loyal to and in love with. There were the Toms, just dirty dogging, just raw dog, just nasty. Drag. Dawn said it hasn't been that cold here. Oh, but we have many bars here. So I'm not sure I could help you find Joe. Well, Dawn, if you see her, let me know, okay, Dawn? And stay warm. Stay warm. They're both thirsty. Yep. Temporary roommates would be interesting if it was Rachel Raquel and Joe, like two of the most delusional people, and just having Schwartz to have to come face to face on the daily with Joe Wenberg. Remember how he pushed Joe down everyone else's throat and was like, Katie, you're being mean. Oh, fingers in my mouth, nervous. And now it's like, and if Katie was like, oh, hi, Joe. No, you should go after Schwartz. Good luck. That'd be great. Schwartz, Joe's here. Joe's here. That would be great. And Rachel would kind of be like, but Lala, I just want you to know Tom Sandoval and Lala was here with me too. And I have my side of the story to tell. And then it's like 27 hours later. And that's how it happened. Yeah. I didn't tempt you. You know, because so far we've had Tom Sandoval's version, which, I mean, nobody cares about either of their versions. But when he was like, I'm very impressionable.
Guess what? I was very impressionable when she took all her clothes off and jumped in my pool.
Oh my God. Tom's like, these whores. I was very impressionable over these whores. Oh, Sandoval, you ignorant slut. So if they come back, I mean, Rachel will take the check, like April's saying. Season 12. That's what they're saying. That is what they're saying. Izzy says, oh my God, I would definitely watch Crazy Joe and Rocky Rachel. So if what Joe is telling a random stranger outside a Wisconsin bar while smoking a cigarette is true, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Okay. Well, first you heard it on Reddit, credit to Reddit, and then you heard it here. And then you heard it here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Pamela says it could be entertaining. Pamela also says rotten hell, Toms. April says I can't watch Joe. She makes 0 sense. I'd nap and still not rewind. Yep. But just to watch Tom Schwartz be terrified for his life would be kind of fun. Yvonne says dragging Toms to hell. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, they'll probably just try to hook up with them. Yeah. Oh goodness. Silly Goose says they don't have Katie and Ariana capability to take. They really don't. But I just think annoying them. And also if Victoria's on the season with Rachel Raquel, they've already kind of went back and forth. You never know. You never know. Witnesses, that is a grown man saying he was very impressionable. Yes, a grown fetus man that's aging like milk. Allegedly. Bravo fan says, I can't handle Joe and Rachel. But if they take the Toms down, I'm in. But hopefully they leave if they come for Ariana, we loot. We light it all up. Okay? If they come for Katie and Ariana, it's over. But if they, now that's a big if they can just keep it to the Toms, that could be fun. Schwartz has a new girlfriend to protect him. Ask Miss Olsen is saying, I think Schwartz's new girlfriend is young and smart enough to be like, no, sorry, I'm like 24. I'm not gonna try to protect you from this almost 40-year-old woman, Joe. I'm out of here. I have my youth. Peace. Up and Adam said they're only having 10 episodes. Oh, interesting. We ride at dawn. Yep, if they come for her. Yeah, the Tom's new girlfriends, I don't blame you. I don't either, but I have a feeling they're going to come with the show. I mean, Victoria herself has been seen everywhere, even on his podcast. She's gotten in mess with Billy Lee. Ariana also said about Victoria, Tom Sandoval's world famous model girlfriend that nobody's heard of, allegedly, who dated Leonardo DiCaprio, and she's beautiful. But Lala said on Watch It Happens Live last night that she keeps him on a short leash. And Dorit was like, because she can't trust him. Yes. Mm-hmm. But here she is at the Vanderpump Dogs event recently, where she was at a table with Tom and maybe Heather McDonald, maybe the other Tom. Too many Toms. Here she is, just bronze to the gods with the self-tanner. But she keeps him on a short leash. Listen, if this chick is going to be all like on Tom Sandoval, I'm here for it. If she is going to be laying down the law on Sandoval, making his life a living hell, Turn on the cameras now, please. Turn on the cameras. So we'll see. Apparently, allegedly, it's coming back according to Joe Wenberg, allegedly, what she's telling people in a bar in Wisconsin, which is actually not as reliable as you can get in the Bravoverse, okay? And allegedly, they're only having 10 episodes. So maybe she's kicking his booty. We don't know. Who wants a BF? You need, right? A GPS monitor. Witness says, no time for that, new girlfriend. Victoria, run, Vicky, run. But I feel like she wouldn't put up with this unless she thought she was going to get something out of it. And I think little Miss Vicky is hoping that she can get maybe a spot on an upcoming season of Vanderpump Rules. So that's just my guess. That's my guess. Okay, let's get back to this. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiered last night, season 14. We are now faced with Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley, both separated from their husbands and separated from each other. Dorit is so stressed out by the news of the separation, which came during filming, and we saw in episode 1, her separation from PK, the news that she is just smoking cigarettes, cruising down Mulholland or something, cruising around the canyon. Just that's a 100 too. That could be a Capri, the very thin cigarette. And I'll tell you, I, obviously I don't love smoking anymore. But if you smoke, that's your business. But this is the most relatable, likable I've seen Dorit in a while, is cigarette smoking Dorit. A lot of people are feeling this way. So we come into this new season of Beverly Hills. I had a watch party last night. If you missed that, go to the video before this and you will see the watch party we had, where I literally watched it in my living room and you guys watched it in your living rooms or on your phones or wherever in bed. And we watched it together and it was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to do that for the rest of the season. So look for that every Tuesday. I'll watch it in the Eastern time zone. So we have Dorit announcing her separation from PK, Kyle and Dorit still announcing their separation from each other. Kyle and Mauricio separated. Mauricio no longer lives in the home. Kyle has to learn how to work the remote and the pool. And she's like, what's a rain gutter? And I'm like, Kyle, you're rich. Hire someone. Now, Erica Jane came into this season, you guys, as the voice of reason. What is going on? I don't know what Erica's story is, what her storyline is, other than she needs new furniture for her house because her old furniture smells like Tom. Honey, it smells like old man. It smells like old man who defrauded victims of things that he represented them for in court. Honey, I need a new couch. So Erica had taken some things from her Pasadena mansion. Now she says some people would call it a mansion. Everyone would call that a mansion. Even people with mansions would call it a mansion. What are you talking about? But Ozempic Erica is back. And this was probably my favorite scene with her, is when Dorit decided to, she was like, honey, Dorit, come with me. I need to pick out some stuff, okay, for my new house. You got a little bit of style, bitch. Come on. Pat the puss. So they went to, some design center. And Dorit was like, I have some bad news. And Erica's like, okay, honey, hold on. Let me get my weave right. My nails, orange. Okay, yellow on yellow. Oh, bitch, give it to me. And she said, me and PK are. And it was the longest pause that anyone's ever paused. Separated. And Erica goes, it was, Erica, stop. What is this acting? What is she trying to get back on Chicago? What is happening? She saw like, oh, I did that too, honey. Tom never even saw me in that shit. Oh my God. Girl, you called it. You knew it. What are you talking about? And then she's like, I'm going to cry. No, you're not. No, you don't even know how to produce real tears. Be quiet. Stop. That's not true. What are you doing? Too much. That was too much. You told all the strangers, all the king's horses and all the king's men, you told everybody that they were the next to get divorced. And you're like, like, what is this? Why are we doing this? It was too much. It was too much, you guys. Too much. Yeah, you had a church in your house. You had a chapel in your house. You're like, honey, but I never went in. Bitch. So this scene was a lot. I was like, Erica, stop. Please stop. So Erica's just the go-between, it's like, do you like Kyle? Okay. And then Kyle is, she can't say Morgan's name. I'm sorry, what? Kyle is, I don't know what Kyle is doing so far this season, but she looks great. But all of a sudden, Kyle's like, I can't say your name. I'm like, what? And then Kyle wants to blame I don't know if the audience, people, paparazzi for jumping to conclusions with her and Morgan. I'm sorry, excuse me, Kyle. Hi, Joleen, nice to see you. You brought her on the show. You flirted with her. You got matching tattoos. You acted like you were dating. You did a music video with her in which you guys were like humping and making out with a strawberry. You did that. You brought her on a reality show as you're getting separated. You very much insinuated there was more than just friendship there. You flirted around it. Then you did it in a music video with fresh fruit. You got matching tattoos. You were acting very unlike we've ever seen you act before. And then you're like, and people thought we were together. I'm sorry, bitch, what? It's not like we went into like, your personal diary and we're like, oh my God, no, you brought it on reality TV. I think what happened is probably Morgan. I mean, I don't know the story. I didn't follow it after the season, but apparently they're not together. I think Morgan didn't like being on a reality show. She didn't like being that exposed. You love it. Okay. And she dumped you because she's young and you're a lot older than her. She's like as young as the girls Mauricio's dating. And we all know he's dating fetuses. So Kyle, I'm like, what? I can't say her name. What? And just everybody and all the speculation. Yeah, that you created. You created this whole buzz, this whole stir. What are you talking about? You're not the victim of this. Kyle loves making herself the victim of this. And this is where I'm going to take a hard stance early on. Team Dorit. I am going to go early on this one. I could take it back, but I'm going to be Team Dorit. Why are you mad at her? Because she said she likes Kathy as her favorite Hilton sister over you? It was at BravoCon on a panel, and you were grabbing at her, and you spilled her shot, and she was making a joke. And if you watch the after show, she'll say, Kyle said, it's because Dorit did the dirtiest thing I've ever seen on this show before. She outed my text message. So remember the big text message gate last year when Kyle wasn't talking to Dorit. And then right before the reunion, she was like, hey, bitch, what's up? Anywho, I love you. We should talk after this, but definitely don't mention anything about our friendship or anything we're going through at the reunion. And Dorit's like, this feels kind of manipulative, right, Erica? And Erica's like, honey, it is. It is. So Kyle was like, that was the dirtiest thing I've ever seen. Kyle, that most certainly is not the dirtiest. You have outed your sister on things. You told the world she was an Elkie. You produced a television show loosely based on your mom that Kathy wasn't too happy about. Huh? What? What's happening? Kyle is just like, she has revisionist history. Like her memory is just victim. Anna says Kyle has been outing texts from Kathy. Yes, for years. But now it's a dirty thing to do. Now it's dirty. I'm like, what? Kara says, yeah, Team Dorit for sure. I've never been a Kyle fan. I was like, okay, let's see. Why is Kyle mad again? And then it really does come down to, I think Kyle just doesn't like Dorit. Now, you guys had a good take in the chat last night when we were doing the live watch party, that this all comes down to the rumors and the nastiness that happened back in the day, where Dorit and Mauricio were allegedly having an affair. Now, Dorit was asked about this on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she was like, oh, I don't know where that came from. That's crazy. Me and PK are separated. but I've never hooked up with Mauricio. No. And PK and I, we're separated, but we never talk of divorce, and the children know nothing. I'm like, what? Okay. So I think there's just been something, it's been a lot of building, or like, it's been building up a long time, or like Dorit says, death by a million paper cuts. A million. Oh my goodness. So Kyle is just so mad at Dorit. And I loved how last night when they finally saw each other at Sutton's surrealist party, which that party was lame. I'm just gonna take a hard stance on that too. Nobody really understood surrealism. Erica's outfit probably was very, worked for surrealism, but it freaked me out. I did not like the eyeball shoulder pads. I don't know, something about it. Salvador Dali, all the good stuff, but I didn't like it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand why Sutton was wearing a 2004 prom dress with antler ears, or antlers, not antler ears, antlers. Yeah, I don't know. And then with Dorit, with the "you spin me right round, baby, right round," with the record player on her head, it was a lot. But when they spoke for the first time, Dorit started giving it to Kyle. Like, she's not going to be walked all over. This is smoke in the car with the windows up, Dorit. Do you see that window rolled down? This is hot box Dorit. Hot box Dorit doesn't take shit. And Kyle needs to recognize that. Okay. Yeah. Stay tuned for Nana's birthday celebration coming up here in a half hour. You only turned 71. It's 2 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Pacific for all of you. Shout out to Nana. But yeah, Hotbox Dorit is like, not today, Kyle. And she's over it. And I love this for Dorit because Kyle is acting ridiculous. She's projecting, I think, her feelings she has towards Mauricio and Morgan and life in general onto Dorit. And when then she's crying about, I had to talk to my daughters. Girl, what? And Portia said she'd be proud of me no matter what, even if I was lesbian, bi-curious, pan, any of the things. Okay. Of course, your daughters are rad. They're progressive. They're not gonna, do you really think they would be upset with you? Also, it's a little too late. You already did a whole season with your alleged girlfriend, Morgan, where you guys alluded to all this stuff. You did the music video where you're damn near making a baby together. And now you're like, I have to be honest with my girls. I think they know. You scissored Dorit. Was it Dorit when they were at the, the wine country, or they were at like a vineyard last season and they were scissoring Kyle? I think Kyle, what are you doing? Why is everything so disingenuous with Kyle? Do you not see what's going on? Like, we see this. She's like 3 seasons behind on her own show. Yeah, she's playing it up too much. I don't know what she's doing. Ask Miss Olsen says Dorit is projecting PK. Maybe they're just both projecting on each other. But either way, I'm Team Dorit projecting on this one. Because Kyle's like pretending we're not watching what's going on. Or she's mad at Dorit for the reunion, the last reunion, not last, but the season before, where Kathy Hilton and her got into it and they weren't getting along. And Dorit's like, I think your sister wants to hear you, wants you to listen. She's like, stay out of it. Stay out of it, Dorit. Ma'am, you brought your sister on a show. You're both together. Your lives are being filmed. These people are part of your cast. This is a sister thing. Yeah, a sister thing that you broadcast all over television. What are you talking about? Kyle is just, it's too much. Yep. And then PK storyline is, hey, babe, I sobered up and I hate Dorit. Yep. I decided that she got to put up with my overweight, yellow-toothed, drunken ass, and now I'm partying with Mauricio sober, looking for young babes. Okay, bubs? I'm pissed for Dorit. People were mad that Dorit was outing his alcoholism. I don't think she was outing it as an alcoholic if you're very open about your alcoholism. So if my spouse says, Joleen is an alcoholic, I'd be like, yeah, hi, nice to see you. Yep, So this just happened. PK is very open about it. Dorit is just stating that. And I imagine, you know, being married to PK probably wasn't the easiest. Not saying it was the easiest to be married to Dorit, but we know PK's got some, you know, he wanted to come in there and meet up with Mauricio and basically paint the picture. You know, he wanted to, because he pushed it a little bit of like, well, I had to keep up with, you know, Bubs with keeping up with the lifestyle Dorit wants. It's like, okay, sir, but you're a lot older. You know what you signed up for when you got a younger, hotter wife. So, yeah. But I mean, that's rough. Your husband is just an alcoholic, and then he gets sober and he's like, I don't love you, bye. Because PK initiated the separation. But according to Dorit on Watch What Happens Live, they have no plans to divorce as of yet. They don't even talk about it, she said. But I also think, you know, they've probably been separated a lot longer than they're letting on. Because allegedly, the ladies were saying they think he had been living in a hotel for a long time. And then Dorit was saying on the after show, she was saying that nobody reached out to her when she gave the announcement of her separation. Her cast did not. I'm like, what? Nobody gave a shit. Nobody believes her. This woman can get, something's going on, because this woman can get robbed. They're like, no, she didn't. Don't believe her. This woman can get separated. Like, who cares? Boring. Not going to call. Nobody is calling this woman to see if she's okay. They don't care. Oh my goodness. And then we got introduced to a new housewife, our brand new housewife. We have a friend of, which is Jennifer Tilly. And then we have the new housewife, and her name is Bose. Kathy calls her boss. And because I mean, she is a former boss. She was like VP marketing Netflix, all these other companies. And she popped up on the scene, and her and Dorit hit it off right away. They were just trauma bonding together, which I do that often. Some of my closest friends in my adult life, we've shared crazy things you shouldn't share with someone you just meet. And now we're friends. But it's usually other people who are in recovery or are sober, who are just like, oh my God, da da da. And then like, da da da. And then we're like, I think we're best friends now. So very similarly, this is Dorit and Bose. They had the same thing, because Dorit's like, well, hi, nice to meet you. How are you? Well, I'm going through a horrible divorce. My husband, separation, sorry. My husband, PK, he's an alcoholic. Do you know Boy George? Yes, he's at my house a lot. Just sharing it all. And then Bose shared that she lost her husband, unfortunately, to cancer. So she's not divorced, but her husband has passed away. But it seems as though even on the after show that these two are a pair, and they might be the other side to the Jennifer Tilly, Garcelle, and Sutton group, because we also have friend of Jennifer Tilly, actress Jennifer Tilly is a friend of. Good friends with Sutton, and now she's moved into the world of Beverly Hills. So we just got to see a little bit of Jennifer Tilly. Obviously, she's adorable. I really like Bose so far. I think she's cool. Yeah, trauma dumping. I mean, if you can find the right person, I wouldn't say to start a conversation with strangers always like this, but if you get the vibes that the other person is doing that and you like to do it, share it with each other. Dump on each other. Yes, I love the boss. So far, I think she made a great impression. We didn't get to see much of her, but yeah, I liked her. So, let's see. Oh no, how is Garcelle? Val says, going to insinuate Dorit is racist if she has a black. Well, some people are saying some people are like, I think Dorit is just befriending this woman so that she can say, I have a black friend. Because we know Dorit has not had many people of color in her life previously. Remember, she was like, oh, I do. I have, well, your assistant, yes, the maid. There was a woman that works down at the store, and Garcelle says, are you friends with any women of color who don't work for you? She's like, oh, my mother, her best friend's cousin, sister's brother's aunt, his neighbor. was a Black woman. Yes. So, yes, I do understand. We're like, okay. But from the episode, just from what I could see, it looked like they really did bond. It looked like they bonded. They're both, and when I watched them on the after show, the way they both spoke of fashion and things, it was giving when Bronwyn from the new housewife on Salt Lake City met Mary Cosby, and they were like drawn to each other because of, you know, their fashion. And I think that was similar to maybe these two. So we'll see what happens with their friendship. So Erica's getting new furniture and trying to keep the peace and wear short skirts and not get her leg makeup on the furniture. Dorit is going through a separation with PK and navigating her separation with Kyle, but standing her own. Bose is the brand new housewife coming on the scene. We'll learn more about her. Jennifer Tilly, friend of the housewives now, but first and foremost, a friend of Sutton. We'll learn more about her. Kyle is coming in like, everybody, I can't say the name of the woman who was on the season with me last season, and everyone speculated that we were together intimately, sexually, lovingly, scissorly, but I don't know why people would think that. And navigating Mauricio moving out and dating fetuses, and now it's just her and Portia in the house because Alexia moved out as well. So this isn't the life she wanted, she says. We see Kathy Hilton for a little bit. Kathy and Dorit have a scene at Kathy's house while she is covered in what looks like lunch meat while getting her hair done. Just all over her face, just different slabs of lunch meat or something. And then she comes to the surrealist party and proceeds to immediately take out all of her hair as she's at the surreal party and dressed in a nightgown, like Mrs. Roper. Very Kathy Hilton, very on brand. So she's taking her hair out, and Bose is like, I've never seen that before. Never seen anyone do that before. And Kathy's like, oh, I'm not homeless. I might be a little toothless. And Kathy's hair was just all over the place. And she was like, I'm loving it. And did we miss anyone else in the cast? Oh, Garcelle, duh. So Garcelle is, we're over the dating with Garcelle, I guess. Now it's boss lady Garcelle. She said she's doing the best she ever has in her career as an actress. And she's now, in her 50s than she did when she was in her 20s. She is a part of all of these productions. She's producing, she's acting, she's in a movie where she is a cougar. Her son Oliver visits her in Atlanta, and she's like, I'm so happy my son Oliver. I'm like, he's there for the camera. We know Oliver wants on one of these shows. You mean Oliver? The one who made out with Rachel Raquel? The one who was married and had all those stepkids and then one biological kid with his ex-wife, and that was real messy and allegedly might have cheated on her with Rachel Raquel? That Oliver? Yeah, he's just looking for screen time. Okay. But Garcelle is making boss moves, and she also is doing the things we expect of Garcelle, and that I like about Garcelle is that she's trying to get answers from people. Even at that party, she's kind of pulling answers out of people when they don't want to talk about it. And for that, I'm like, okay, I like this. So, so Garcelle, Sutton, here's what I'm going to say about Sutton. Boring surrealist party, or just overall, I wasn't loving the surreal thing. I don't know. It's probably just me, but I didn't like it. But what I did notice for the first time ever, I was like, Sutton slayed her look. Oh my gosh. Her first outfit when she went to go visit Jennifer Tilly, and she had that little like dress with the bow in her hair. She's never looked fresher. She's glowing. Her confessional look where she has the almost crucifix dress and the hair, the face, everything is looking so good. Even on the after show, she looked good. Dorit's confessional look where she has kind of like the see-through dress, like turtleneck sleeve with the gold chains. So good. But Sutton, I have never, I don't think, ever said Sutton was killing her looks, but she looks the best I think I've maybe ever seen her. So I don't know what she's doing, but she looks really good. So we'll see. I mean, this season, I'm ready for it. Okay. I just hope it's not a big stinker. but I think I'm going to like the new housewife. I like this hot box smoking Dorit. Okay. Smoking sassy hot box Dorit. I think I'm down for that. I don't want to see a bunch of scenes with PK and Mauricio. I don't care about the husbands like that. Never will. I don't care. I feel like New Jersey ruined that. They tried to convince us that we care about the husbands, and we don't. And I'm speaking mostly for myself, but some of you might. I don't. So when they were talking, I was like, boring, bring a book. Nobody cares. All right. We have enough going on with the housewives. So, but I have a feeling this Dorit Kyle thing is going to get old fast, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. April said they started out hot. Yes, they did. They all look good. They all look really good this season. But Sutton, especially, when I was watching, I'm like, oh my God. So I couldn't believe how good she looked. I talked about that a little earlier, Care Bear. I mean, why is she there? What was the reason? If Andy Cohen starts a Real House Husbands franchise, I don't think I'll watch it. No offense, all offense. I've had enough men for a while. Okay, thank you. Sarah Lynch says, I think it's funny Dorito wants compassion from Kyle about her divorce, but didn't show any to her when she was going through everything. All these women are hypocritical. Garcelle is my fave, though. Let's see. Who would love to see Lou and Dorito chain smoking? Oh, Luann. I thought you were talking about Louis, Teresa's husband. I was like, nobody, Adam. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you, Adam? No, Luann and Dorito chain smoking, drinking some Chardonnay. I don't think she got a facelift. I just think I don't know. She's just looking good. Sutton is. Even her style, hair, everything was just on point. I loved it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments after the video posts. I'm going to get ready for Nana's birthday live. We'll be going live here again in, what time is it? In about 10 minutes, you guys. So smash that like, comment. Shout out to everyone who joined me live today and my mods. Thank you guys so much. And I'll be back tomorrow at 11:30 Pacific for another No Offense, All Offense. You're all beautiful peppermint latte babies. And always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. My finger hit it too soon. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye, guys.